Welcome to Rice TVX. I appreciate you guys tuning in for tonight's Rice TVX community show. We are currently live streaming on both Rice TVX and Rice TVX2, which is the backup channel. Both can be found on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to both. Links are down below. Now, before we begin the show, as always, a few quick messages from the sponsors of Rice TVX.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
And you can always find information for the sponsors, BitSwap Dex, for Presearch and Monarch, down below in every single video description. All right, now before we begin, make sure you smash that like button. It helps other people to find these kind of videos in the YouTube algo flow. So I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to get into today's live stream because this is a community show. And the big part of it is anyone who wants to come on, you're more than welcome to join. I just need people to make sure that they're being careful and respectful of certain words and topics that could hurt the channel. There is a lot of censorship going on that pretty much everybody is aware of. So either use code language or don't bring it up at all. If someone does disrespect that and mentions something they shouldn't, I am unfortunately going to have to boot them from the live stream. I don't want to have to do that. So I'm letting everybody know in advance. Make sure you're being very conscientious of everything that you're saying for the words so that you don't cause the channel any sort of problems. Before we get into it, make sure you visit ricetvx.com and sign up for my mailing list so you never miss an update or new Rice TVX content. Plus, you can find my social media links, contact information, get Rice TVX merch coming soon via the shop, and more. If this is your first time ever watching any of my videos, check out and explore my channels. Make sure you subscribe to Rice TVX and Rice TVX2. Both can be found on YouTube. And hit the notification bell to get alerted to new videos. Also, you can follow me on Odyssey and Library, where I have my full catalog of videos plus extra content. And you can also find Rice TVX on BitChute. If you want to support Rice TVX and what I do directly, I have my PayPal, Cash App, plus my cryptocurrency addresses via my Cointree link below in the video description. You can also join my Patreon channel, where you will get early access to some of my videos, exclusive content, and more, with 4 different levels of membership, all offering something different. If you are looking to purchase and invest in precious metals, gold and silver are both good safe haven assets to hedge against the financial collapse we are experiencing. Check out Money Metals Exchange. I partnered up with them and you can get a free ½ ounce of silver. Visit moneymetals.com, be a first-time buyer, purchase a minimum of $100, and use the promo code RICE. You get a free ½ ounce of silver, and it's another way to support the channel. I will include links down below for everything I just mentioned, as well as everything I talk about on today's show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you joining me today. Something fell down on the other side of my room. I'm not sure what it was, but thank you for joining me today for our community live stream, where I'm inviting anyone who's watching to join me today, whether you're a subscriber, community member, and I did invite a few friends as well. Now, before we get into the discussion, I do want to give a shout out to everybody who is in the comment section. Ken Bozak commented way early, but he wanted to be the first to comment. He's my bro. He's going to be in Miami, which we're going to talk about here in just a moment with me here in the next couple days. Cheryl Williams, thanks for tuning in. Identity Block, what's really going on? Lone Wolf, appreciate. Sherry Ives, thanks for joining. I appreciate everybody for being here. If you want to join the stream, wait till I let people know that you're more than welcome to join. I'm going to be streaming for roughly an hour or less. So it's going to be kind of dependent on who joins the stream as well. I'm going to be going to Miami, and I'll get into that. Now, if you want to join the stream, the link is down below in the video description, but just wait until I invite people to join. I did invite a few people that I know, fellow content creators and such, to join as well. So hopefully we'll have a few of those pop in. So I made a video just a couple days ago, and I want to go ahead and do a screen share so everybody can see this. All right, so let me go to my Brave browser. Make sure you're signing up for my mailing list for ricetvx.com as well, so you can stay updated with my content. I am going to be starting my newsletter. I know I've been talking about it, and along with these updates, I want to talk about a few things that I'm going to be looking for the channel if anybody's interested in helping. So I made a video just a couple days ago, this pink thumbnail, Miami and Rice TVX. I want to be going out for two events, the Miami Crypto Experience, and also for Mark Moss's Disruptors Live. Is going to be from Wednesday to Sunday, the 10th through 14th. I've got a few tickets for Miami Crypto Expo. So if you live in Florida, Miami, a couple of people commented but haven't said specifically or not that they want the tickets. So I still have a few tickets to give away. You can comment on this video or comment on the Miami video that I did with the pink thumbnail. But I am leaving Wednesday morning for that. And I'll be out there about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I should be at the Miami Crypto Experience fairly early and then leaving late Sunday night. And I've got some interviews scheduled and some really cool content going to be happening. So on the Miami video, you're going to have links for the Miami Crypto Experience and for Mark Moss's Market Disruptors Live, and Gerald Salente from Trends Journal, and also George Gammon are both going to be speaking, in addition to a lot of other people at this particular event, the 12th through 14th. So the two events crossover. One's the 10th through 12th, the Miami Crypto Experience, the 10th through 12th, and then 12th through 14th for Market Disruptors Live. So hopefully I'll see you out there. Lisa, if you can just bear with me 1 second, I'm just kind of doing my promo stuff before I bring you on. Thank you. Now, one of the other things that I wanted to let people know is I am going to be looking for some help. Initially, I can pay a little bit, can't really offer a whole lot right off, but more of kind of internships, positions that could also result in bonuses and stuff. But this is what I'm going to be looking for, whether it's one person helping out. I can't obviously fill all these positions right away. But as I grow, I would like to, and I'd like to be able to find somebody that could help me with as many of these things that I'm going to mention here, which are helping to manage, like, content, create my channels, manage my channels, Rice TVX2, Rice TVX, BitChute. I need to take some content from YouTube, upload it to BitChute. You can download from my YouTube studio. I can make somebody an admin, possibly other platforms to migrate older content plus current content. I'm also potentially going to be looking for somebody to help with video editing, to help edit full videos and clips from existing and new videos. Also uploading thumbnails and audio files for Rice Radio on anchor.fm, and that spreads out a lot of other different ways. If I could find somebody who's familiar with Wix web design and also with Printful, with their merchandise and shop. I'm looking for somebody with a combination of the two. More so with Printful, I'm trying to get my shirts and merchandise up on the site. So I'm looking for someone that can help out with that. And then potentially graphic arts. So it's and with the merch thing, that could be a completely separate position. I'd be willing to work out a deal with people in regards to that for somebody that could help run the merch end, uploading images and placing them on shirts and helping to design things in combination with me. So if you think that you fulfill any of those things, feel free to message me at Rice Media. I'm making sure I have the right email. Rice Media Group at protonmail.com. And what I'll do is I'll throw up a banner for my crypto consulting. And if you're interested in getting a crypto consultation, you could do so this way. But this is my email, Rice Media Group at protonmail.com, or you can comment down below in the video. So, yeah, I'm going to be looking for a few people. Going to be out in Miami. Today is going to be pretty much an Ask Me Anything, open topics. Just, again, be conscientious and careful of words and topics. I do have Litecoin Lisa waiting here in the wings. So I want to bring her into the fold. Lisa, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I just wanted to jump on here. I missed you. I haven't seen you in a while, so sorry you caught me.
I'm sorry about not coming out to the meetups. There's been
Do not apologize. There's a lot going on in the world, so you can't be everywhere at once.
It's a crazy world. I want to try. I can't say I will 100%, but I want to try the December meetup.
Oh, December. Okay. Yeah, we've got Friendsgiving coming up in Peoria. So that'll be the 19th and 20th. And then December is the 17th and 18th, or is it the 16th and 17th? 17th and 18th is December in St. Pete's, and that one's going to be amazing. So,
what is it Clint's website?
ClintWestwood.net.
Is it ClintWestwood.net?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because this way I can share it so people can see it.
Thanks.
So that way people want to, and I just can't type.
Yeah, and it's just at the very top. It's just very simple, all text website, so you can't get lost or go wrong. And it says Happy Hour Roadshow. You click on it, and then he's got dates and locations. We've got 2 left for this year, and then we're going to take a break for January and kind of regroup. And we are, all there in the top of that bold. If you click on that.
Yeah, I got to go back to the browser. But yeah, they're right here at the top where it says 2021 Happy Hour Roadshow.
Yeah, and that's got our locations and dates. So what we do is we do a happy hour show, and we do our Friday happy hour show live streaming, and we do giveaways and meet up with people that we have usually in our live chat. And then we also try to bring new people there because we want them to see that crypto doesn't have to be about, you don't have to know how to tech or code. You don't have to be high tech to get into crypto. We want it to be really, welcoming. And then we've got a crypto class the next day where we get them to download a Monarch wallet, and we send them some Litecoin from Change Angel and let them ask questions. And then we have them actually send cryptocurrency and just really have people get their hands on crypto. So
I think it's cool.
To do our part for adoption.
I think it's cool, though. I mean, I really do. The fact that you're adding in the education along with kind of a community gathering, which is always nice. People get to hang out. Some people can party if they choose to. And
we always have a few. Sometimes we're some of them that party a little too much, but we have a great time and get to see the community. And I think right now we all kind of need each other a little more than usual with what's going on in the world, but we get to have some great conversations. And I always learn something new at these too. We had people come, that I'll learn something new about safety or security. This weekend, I got to go to Bitcoin Day up in Kansas City. Eric, or Lord Norris on Twitter, invited me, and I got to meet Natalie Burnell, who she was the MC for Bitcoin Day. And my first experience with Bitcoin maximalists, I had not had that experience before, and I was really blown away. So some of the nicest people, and we're just jiving along, and then you get to that maximalist part, and I was like, oh, I didn't understand that. So it was really cool. Hey,
I was trying to he was doing some weird dance with his electronic device.
With my vape. My
electronic device. Good to see you.
His smoking utensil.
How are you guys both?
Good.
I'm doing well.
I'm trying to think what I want to ask Rice. If I could ask you anything, is this like a drinking game? I could. Oh, I'm not. What is this drinking. What if?
It was more. See, I've done some community shows before in the past, and you get a lot of people who don't want to get on camera, and I tell people you don't have to be on camera, and I'll sit here and wait for somebody to join, and some people just don't. So instead of me feeling bad and looking like nobody likes me, I invited
everybody.
I invited some of you guys on.
Everybody likes you, right?
Everybody
Like-
likes you, right?
I got a really special guest. It's the mofo bro of NFTs himself, the CEO of NFTs, Mr. Ken Bozak.
Kenny.
Hey, how good is it,
What's up,
bros?
bro? How are you,
What's
man?
up, man?
I'm good. I was trying to get the green screen set up, but I can't figure it out on here.
It looks like it's set up.
You guys got, yeah, I mean,
Very green.
You would
green.
go into like the settings of the camera mic, and then there's a green screen thing there that you can
Oh,
mess
I
with.
did find, oh, wait, this is hilarious.
I thought you were gonna be on the road.
Yeah, we're heading out in about 20 minutes or so to meet up with Mike Salvi.
Okay. Are you with Miggy?
Yeah.
Tell him I said happy birthday.
Oh, will do. Happy
It was
belated.
just his birthday.
Happy belated to you.
Maggie!
Yeah, tell me some air.
Litecoin Lisa said happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, I said thank you. He said thank you.
Aw.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. What time are you getting in? When do you get in?
It'll be like 10 o'clock in the morning, and my flight arrives on Wednesday. So it'll be the 10th. I'm there until the 14th because there's 2 events going on. You like disappeared. I just see your arms and your head.
Cool.
Totally forgot. Yeah, I'm wearing. All right, well,
Oh,
That's cool though.
That's
Hold
even
up.
cool.
You could be a
Hold
photo.
I thought I was smoking for a minute there.
yes, that's what they call a bro tack high or something.
Bro,
A bro tack. Yeah. Anyway,
420.com. Let's talk about that.
we're driving down.
Let's
all
do
right.
some shilling.
Shilling. I hope you got a bro membership, bro. We already airdropped out some NFTs. Memberships are already getting a free drop of Draco dice that's over $50 in value. So already going to get back $50 in value, and that's the goal, is to find as many projects reach out and are like, hey, show us for this, show us for that, and they're like willing to pay me whatever. Like, it's like literally could write a blank check most of the time in those emails. Well, now they have to give me some stuff to give to my community. I don't want your money.
That's cool.
I want you to give something to the people that is why you want to even give me something to begin with. So first we got the Draco dice. Members are going to get a pack of that. We've already given out my birthday NFTs to members when they, if you were a member at the time the drop went out, you got one of my, one of the rarest NFTs I've done almost in set wise was 33, because I'm 33 now. So you got one of those, and that was a value of $33, and members get them for free, and then we list the rest for sale for non-members to pick up if they're interested.
That's
And
cool,
we've sold some as well after that. So there are non-members picking things up from the members who are listing their stuff for sale. They had first dibs at lower assets. We're going to be airdropping some Ken token. We just got it up and running on Alcor on the market. So we broke a penny. I think we're around a penny
Read the lit paper.
value. Yeah, the lit paper. You can't really smoke that. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm going to see if I can get like Juicy J or somebody to let me print it out, and then you can smoke the lit paper.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay,
That's really
what
cool, man.
wallet do you have to have this NFT? How
It's
do
a
I buy
wax.
this?
You
Wax?
can easily, it's Wax Wallet, wax.io. Go to Atomic Hub from there. You log in with Google or whatever you want to use to make a cloud wallet. You can make your own wallet, like on Anchor Wallet, back up, get your keys, all that. But it is as easy as log in with Google. Done. You have an NFT wallet on Wax.
That's sweet. No, and I like the idea, man, that you're doing this membership.
Community, yes.
That's smart.
I would love to do.
Well, I wanted to figure out how to, give the most value back to the community, because how why we do giveaways. A lot of times we got paid to do something, and we're like, all right, well, I gotta give back because I just hit my audience with ads or my followers with ads. So let me give back like half of that, whatever I got paid, right? And that's why a lot of times people do giveaways, because we made something we want to give back. Well, now I can give back 100%, and without having to give it, I just get them to give it to the members. The members are the ones who keep everything going, the main bros. I know it's not and this is not financial advice, not Leon high as hell, so please don't hold me to this, but it's almost like having equity in me, you know what I mean? I tried to figure out how do I figure out tokenizing myself and self-value, and if I could figure out how to get a share of me, how could I do that? And I was like, memberships, because I want to be able to figure out how to talk Mr. Beast and PewDiePie into doing similar things that I'm doing with my roadmap, with my token, with the memberships. You know, they could literally write, Mr. Beast could make an NFT, send it to anybody, and basically buy them a house. It's a blank check. All they'd have to do is list it for sale, and some complete stranger outside of the network of Mr. Beast's circle would buy that NFT, which is basically any bank cashing that blank check, right? So this is sort of like a mentality of that pitch, and it's just the beginning of it. You know, I have to figure out how to elevator this a little bit better, but it's so much going on because, you know, it took almost a year to get to this point, about 7 months now in the making. A lot of people on the team, a lot of background work. You know, getting on the exchanges wasn't easy. I got Nifty blocks, letting me use Ken for sales soon. So you'll be able to get NFTs, you know, not just for my own collection using the Ken token, but you'll be able to buy other people's NFTs using the Ken token. And if you hold Ken, you can actually provide liquidity, stake your LP on Blue Deck, and get paid daily in Blue. And I've been telling people, you know, obviously cash out your daily until you break even, and then compound all you want. But it's like social DeFi now. Like, we can DeFi ourselves. You know, we don't need to be McDonald's. We can be Litecoin Lisa and have Lisa coin and Lisa memberships and
okay, that's value. What I'm going to ask. So do I need, for me to do this for my community, would I need to create a coin, or could I use Ken coin and just have the Lisa NFT for my community? Or do I need to have both?
You could do both easily, but if you wanted to utilize the team that I've built, I would say join my community with that team and that membership. And then that way, that community that is built, what I've done is at your disposal. But you don't necessarily need that in that sense. If you don't need my team and you wanted to do this on your own, I personally recommend everybody be their own Satoshi. Make your own shitcoin. Provide your value to it with your community. This is tokenizing the barter economy. This is that like giant leap. We took one step with Bitcoin away from government issued currencies. This is a giant leap away from government issued currencies, where I prefer a TPA coin over Litecoin because I know I'm going to need to redeem that to get on a show next week to talk about my project. That is the barter economy tokenization that we're going to. And that's taking more and more value out of the fiat system and giving it to each other. Not just whales who got bags of Bitcoin or bags of Litecoin, but bags of our coins.
So this is like the total antithesis of the Bitcoin maximalism or maximalist.
This is individual maximalism. I'm a Ken maxi. I'm a Lisa maxi. I'm a TPA and a Rice maxi. We should all be self-maximalists and let that bring value to the people that bring value to us, who believe in us. If you're a Ken maximalist, I want to bring value to that. Not just because you like and share my YouTube video, maybe you'll win a Twitter giveaway. I want you to be able to gain value from doing that because you have something, maybe one of my NFTs from over 3 years ago that I'd made with Wax. Now maybe that will gain more value if you help me go viral, right? Like, I have a lot of people that are motivated to make me like super famous because if I get there, those NFTs that they got for $1 potentially could be worth more. That's that like gamified incentive in our social networks. Like, we used to want to push each other down to climb on top. But now it makes so much more sense just to throw a couple dollars into a friend's shitcoin and then do the most you can to make them the best they are. The best that they can be. Now you have a monetary incentive. You used to have a monetary incentive to make your neighbor fail. You used to want your classmate to fail on his test so you could get the better grade, so you could get ahead in life. Now you have the monetary incentive for the opposite adverse effects. You're going to want to help your friends study so they get good grades, so they get farther in life, because you have buying their shitcoins since freshman year of high school. From the cafeteria lunch table, you've had a motivation to help your friend get through college, find a good job. The same things that have been happening in like Harvard and Yale are now happening on the blockchain.
Watch, he's going to be running for some political office in the next couple of years.
I'm
really
passionate about this shit, man. Like,
I love it. No, I need the wheel. I need the blueprints to the wheel. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I need the blueprints.
That's the power and value of joining the Bros 420 memberships, holding some Ken, staking it, providing liquidity, and doing all that gets you access to the people that can help you get to there. That's why I built this team. That like, hopefully, you know, people will see the value in the people that surround me. And like, I was joking with one of my friends, like, you know, if you went to NFT NYC, you got in for free for just being my friend. You don't think that has value enough to buy my shitcoin or a membership just to, you know what I mean? Like, I just got you into a conference for free as a speaker. You got a VIP badge. Nobody knows, you know what I mean? Like,
So
that's
so
that,
Ken,
like, elbow value. Look
you're
at the
telling me
out
that
value.
you're saying that at NFT NYC that you had it hooked up through the conference, that if people would have presented.
No, I was stealing tickets left and right.
It doesn't matter how it happened. It's just that it happened.
Robin
No, I
Hood.
white hat. As long as
No,
you
I know. I
white
just
hat,
figured,
it's not bad. So I
he's
told
getting
them
a little
how I
bit more
did it. Next
legit.
year, maybe they won't have that problem. And if they
He
do,
was hanging out
remind
with
them.
the founder of Wax, man. He was getting it on.
Oh no, I was there with Jody and Cameron, both from Cred and founders of the NFT NYC event. And I snuck into the first event, and Jody actually got me a ticket and introduced me to everybody on stage after I snuck in, and like accidentally admit it right to his face because I didn't know he was the founder of the conference. So like they're really cool bros. And I'm not saying don't buy a ticket, but like if you can't afford one and I know it, I'll get you in. But like these events like NFT,
no, you're saying don't buy a ticket.
crypto
That's what you're
they're
saying.
worth it. But if maybe, and if you can't get a membership, get some KenCoin. I got you.
Nice shit.
Shitcoin 2021, bro. You should get that in like a glass case because I'm looking for Shitcoin 2022. Already got the domain. A lot of things are in the works, and hopefully we can make Shitcoin 2020 a thing all the way to 2030.
Are you still gonna do it like right around the Bitcoin 2022 event?
That is the goal, to tailgate them until they acknowledge our existence, admit defeat, and sponsor us themselves.
It was a really good show. It was a really good conference, Ken. I was there. Me and Rice were there the whole time. Lisa was.
I was there. I drug a 40-pound.
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to shout out the entire
station.
team because some of the people that helped out.
Some
of the people that helped out with the conference are people that are working on his
You were
team
making
with the
people
NFTs.
into NFTs. That's so gangster.
Yes,
Just
I was
remember
making
how-
people into
man.
NFTs. So
Yeah. Coinbase stole your idea, right? At NFT NYC, they were doing the same thing pretty much, just with a little bit of a bigger budget, but it was literally identical to everything you were
Like
doing.
a
they
photo
put
booth?
the thing on their head because I made
No,
everybody shitheads.
But yeah, they did too. But they did have sort of like your concept, which is a little bit of a budget. But I'm sure somebody saw what you were doing at Shitcoin from Bitcoin when they wandered in, and they were like, "Oh, that's smart," and then they did it because that's exactly who I thought of when I was at NFT NYC. So when you rhyme me, that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, Coinbase had a thing. You like got in front of a screen or whatever, and you could take a picture, make a video.
Miggy posted about it on Facebook.
Yeah. It was like,
watch
we did this at Shitcoin. Like Miggy was like talking about that, so it's so funny.
Shitcoin was just ahead of them.
Yeah, we were ahead of
Well,
the curve.
I'm glad I could contribute.
Definitely my favorite conference I've been to. I mean, by far, it was just a really good time. Honestly, I can't wait for the next one. I snuck in, but then later on at the end, I wound up paying because I felt bad. But I snuck in. I thought you'd appreciate that. And then Rice and I snuck into Bitcoin 2020.
Yes.
Dude, I didn't get to tell you about all that.
That is the way. That is the way. So people, if you're watching, you don't know what we're talking about. It was free if you RSVP, but a lot of people just, I guess, didn't take it seriously or just missed it. Whatever happened, did RSVP, and it was $5 at the door. And then, like TPA said, a couple people did sneak in, and I'm telling you what, the most amount that we got per donation was from people who said that they actually just snuck in, and we got like $20, $100, maybe some people donated more, like just because they were like, wow, this was free, and we're like, yeah, and they were like, well, Jesus Christ, do another one, and they gave us
awesome.
So some of the most value that came back were from people who actually did sneak in, which I thought was pretty damn badass.
That's
and you fed everybody.
Yeah.
Shout out to we had some sponsors help with that. I'm way too big to remember who replied yes and no.
You talking about for Bitcoin 2021?
No, Shitcoin 2021.
I mean,
we fed everybody. We had open bar for everybody.
Rap Snacks was a sponsor.
There was not open bar.
There was an open bar for a while.
I
paid for all my drinks,
tickets and all that stuff, but attendees got tickets. See, if you would have, I think, paid
at
$5 at the door,
night.
you would have got drink tickets and all
at
that.
night. No, at night there was a
I paid for all my drinks.
One of the nights there was an open bar, it was the open bar for like an hour and a half.
It's all right. We're going to be using NFTs for most of Shitcoin 2022, so I would imagine our drink tickets will be NFTs sent to your wallet that you'll be sending to the bartenders, and the bartenders will have to redeem those drink tickets that they get to cash them out for that value. You know what I mean? Like I really want to start setting the standard by leading by example. And I feel like if I fucking do it, like quite literally, they're going to be embarrassed and shamed into doing it. So I can finally attend a consensus in New York City that has like an actual crypto vibe to it for being something that makes like what, $50 million in ticket sales. It doesn't even use crypto for sales or NFTs for the tickets or anything at all that is what they're preaching about on the stages people are paying to see. This should be more visceral. And shitcoin was visceral. You felt crypto. You got it for attending. We gave away NFT. And then, so that's the goal is, try to lead by example, shame these, cash grabbing monopoly conferences into, being more, being more of a community member, not just a company. Like they should be members
you're
of
taking
this
a good
community.
approach to it, man. You really are.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is 67, right runner 67, like 67,450. I'm going to do a screen share.
GG's.
Getting
Wax is at
cray.
50 cents.
Getting a little cray.
Even Litecoin's starting to do something. All right.
Everything. I mean, once the rocket takes off, it's going to take everything with it. So
yeah, that's why I'm bagging my wax, man. I'm hoping we see that hit $1 any day now. It hit 60 something cents, man. I'm so close.
Ethereum, it's in the all-time highs again. It's over 48.
I remember a while back before they booted me off of Twitter, Ken, you were saying how you wanted to accumulate or have a million with the hopes of one day being $1 million, with the one day being $1 million because they're $1 each. And they were a 10 cents at the time or something. And people were trashing you. And here we are, man. We're like 2/3 of the way there now.
It is market cap, over 3 trillion.
Yeah, I hit that mark, by the way. And
yeah, no, I know you did. I saw that. I saw that.
So yeah, man, it's been a wild ride. I've been trolling. I trolled BitBoy for a little bit about it. I was like, dude, I told you when Bitcoin hit 50K the first time, wax was 3 cents. I saw an opportunity. He didn't even want to retweet it.
Let's see here. Are they saying the same thing on? They're still not quite saying 3 trillion on coin market cap, but it's close.
CoinGecko.
I've seen a few.
Market cap's a scam.
You guys think it'll go?
CoinGecko lists a lot of tokens too that maybe shouldn't even be listed as well. So there's a combination of the two.
Yeah, but at least they're more of a community member project and company, right? Like they engage, they reply, they'll even retweet random people in the space. So that's why I say CoinGecko. They're more of a bro.
Is this the apocalypse? Litecoin is doing something.
It's the bro apocalypse.
With the announcement
I gotta get going.
Australia,
I had a 6:30 hard out. We got
Kenny Bozak. Before you go, are you coming to Florida in December for our happy hour roadshow?
Is that around Bitbossel?
I don't know. It's
the 17th and 18th. I can fill you in.
I can. So
you are Ken.
I can. I can. Therefore, I am. Therefore, I can.
Therefore, you are. I am.
Therefore,
I will.
So November 19th and 20th, December 17th and December 18th in
Christmas,
St. Petersburg. But I'll talk to you about it. I'll talk to you about it in Miami because I'd like to go.
Well, if you're going, I'm going.
I'd like to go. Okay. So if you're gonna go, then I'm gonna go.
All right, then we're going.
It sounds like a yes.
That's a yes.
It's a date. I'll
be there.
I mean, I have like an obligation to shill my shitcoin and memberships programs and all that. So I got to hit the ground and running like an actual CEO of some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's going to be really funny though is when there's a young version of you coming up and calling you a scammer. That will be when everything comes full circle.
Dude, are you like on acid right now or something? Like that is some shit. Like that just like opened
We're
my
all at a
third
camp
eye
conference
to, like,
and someone in pajamas comes running in.
You're gonna be York Molt one day.
Oh my God. He's like, this isn't the CEO of NFTs. He says he's the CEO of NFTs, but he's a scammer.
Yeah, dude. I'll see you in Florida.
That
you guys
is
be
such
careful,
a
man.
good view. I love the way you think. Thanks for having me on TPA. Yeah. Good to see you, bro.
Good
Lisa,
to see you too, bro.
Love you. Bryce, can't wait to hug you, kiss you, cuddle you.
See
you in Miami.
Thanks
everybody for buying my shitcoin.
Yeah, go check it out.
Oh my god,
that was fun.
That's awesome. I'm so like, if I'm happy for one guy in cryptos, it's him, man. Yeah. It's him. I met him in 2000 at the first Litecoin conference, 2018 was the first time I ever met Ken. He came in wearing the Litecoin costume. It was just a big round Litecoin. He comes in, he's dancing around while people are doing one of the presentations that were there. And I think Bix Weir introduced him. If you've been around anywhere, you've heard of Kenny Bozak. I'm like, Kenny Bozak? I never heard of this. So I'm Googling him real quick on my phone. I'm like, oh, this guy seems pretty cool. And then from then on, it was like bro away.
He was one of my first interviews. And I went to my hairdresser and had her put a pink hair extension in my hair. But it was one of my best interviews. I had literally 2 pages of notes of how you live using crypto, because he was like literally all crypto. And this was like 2018.
Oh,
I mean, he was using, all crypto.
What was it, 2015, Rice? He started doing only crypto to live?
No, it wasn't until like 2018.
Was it really?
He used to work at a cell phone place that sold cell phones and did cell phone repair. And I think it was either
it was just his cover.
It was either the end of 2017 or the early. I think it was early 2018, because I had started my channel, started the email address and getting everything set up. Never did a video until, but I started my channel. It was like October of 2017. And it wasn't until January of 2018 that I put videos out, and I was procrastinating. And
same timing.
Ken invited me on to come on his show for Not Another Bitcoin Interview, and I didn't want to just be some dude, so I wanted to actually have my channel up. So I put together an intro video and then 2 other videos. So by the time I went on his channel, I had 3 videos up, and then within like, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months, we started working together and doing a show called Last Week in Crypto that we did for a while with a couple, a little bit of a rotating cast for a little bit, but it's kind of like what I do at Crypto Rewind with Satoshi Sean now, just kind of covering a few articles that interest us and going.
Sean's everywhere now too.
What do you mean?
He's with Lisa once a week usually, or once every other week.
Every other week
with you. He's doing his own thing. I've seen him on a couple other shows being as part of a panel. It's really awesome. Yeah,
he's good people. He's got a lot of value to add. So if anybody who's watching wants to join, you're more than welcome. If any one of you guys need to bail out, you're not required to stay here the entire time of the stream. So I just appreciate you guys.
Are you kicking us out?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm going for at least another 20 minutes or so.
Sweet.
Cool.
I've got. I'm definitely looking forward to the Florida meetup. That's even got the kids excited now.
Oh, they're going.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're trying to do I think a lot of us are planning on staying a little longer after the meetup.
That's cool.
I don't know if we're staying
on Christmas out there.
I don't know on what end. No, hopefully.
Yeah,
not.
I don't know if it's before or after. I think some families or some people are staying after. Some people are staying before. Eric, Lord Norris, said that there's like a huge hotel right there at St. Pete's that he has a connection with, and he also said that there is a hotel that is. He's like, there's tons of it wasn't topless. It was like beautiful booty watching at that beach.
Hey, I wanted to comment
right
on this. I'm not even sure how to say this, but Iridology Diagnosis Solution says the word crypt never sits right with me. And I like etymology, which is understanding where words come from and what they mean. And the word crypt, it actually comes from the Greek kruptos, Kruptos, and it just means secret or hidden. So if you think about World War II, very specifically World War II, we had a cryptic language that was being used by our military that happened to be Native American. It may have been Navajo. I can't remember exactly which tribe.
They were some Navajo, the wind talkers they called them.
Yeah, because the Germans and whatever, like the Japanese, they didn't understand their language.
Yeah.
So they were able. So just having a language that someone else didn't understand is cryptic. It's not to be associated with like a crypt as far as death. because those are have two different root words where they come from. I can't get into like all the specifics as far as educating, but there is a difference in the word kryptos, the Greek, which is just hidden
wonder
or
if
secret.
this person means, though, the fact that actually Bitcoin is the opposite of hidden because it's an open ledger.
Right, but to say the
You know what I mean?
cryptography end is the encryption and things like that. So it's not even what it's really closed-minded people wanting to associate Bitcoin or cryptocurrency as being bad because they think the word crypt is bad. So therefore, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
Well,
must
that's
be
what I'm
bad.
saying. I'm
there is that
wondering if they're not
mentality.
talking about it being bad, if they're just saying that the cryptography thing is actually kind of misleading on Bitcoin. Because there was another article, which we didn't get to today on the show, but where they were saying like that. Remember when there was the hack this summer or whatever, and they've been able to recover the funds because it actually is an open ledger. It's not actually hidden.
Right, but here's
those transactions are all seen.
The word cryptography is using encryption so that people can have private communication in whatever form of its code. So the Bitcoin blockchain is an open ledger, but the mining process isn't an open ledger. I mean, you can find out who the miners are and who the miner was that won the block and stuff as far as the pseudo anonymity, but
you wouldn't be able to see the message that was that could be inside that.
The whole fact of that's the reason why Bitcoin there can never be more than 21 million, because the code is written in a certain way so that it can't be corrupted in that aspect. And it's the encryption, like the SHA-256 encryption that's within the blockchain, that's within the technologies, that keeps it to where the certain aspects can't just be broken. So it does have an encrypted part to it, and it should have privacy elements. It's just an open ledger in the point that you would never know who is on the other end of those alphanumeric public key unless someone identified themselves and said, here's my donation address. So I mean, it's just pseudo anonymity in that aspect, but there is, otherwise it would just be a digital asset. It wouldn't be backed by cryptography. Like there is a difference in a digital currency or a digital representation versus an actual cryptocurrency. It's something to do with the code. Cryptography has existed before cryptocurrency. In fact, that what the Navajo and Native Americans did would have been form of cryptography.
Genius.
Well, and that's where they talk about how Bitcoin is actually protected by the First Amendment because it is a form of speech.
Code is law, and speech.
Code is
law, and speech is code. It's all language, yeah, and it's all. There's a lot of people who defend that, but I mean, you unfortunately, we don't even see an agreement with our government as far as what Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are. It makes sense.
Oh, it does make a lot of sense.
Speaking of Republicans,
there's 13 that we're not sure that are.
I did a really cool interview earlier today that will be released on Wednesday with Ammon Bundy.
Ammon Bundy? I heard that. That was a good one. I got through most of it.
Because he's running for governor in Idaho now. Yeah. Which I think is really cool.
That's pretty badass. He's got a great story, and he's really speaks the right way and says all the, he seems like he's really on our side, which is really great, especially with his whole history.
Yeah. Well, you mean, so it's on Patreon if people want to know what Jason's talking about. I put it up right after for early access so people can check it out. And then Wednesday, I'm going to be releasing that. Tomorrow, I'm scheduled to interview Chris Sky. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him out in Canada.
I'm not familiar with him, though.
He's an interesting guy. He's a freedom activist. Somebody who's been fighting for freedom up in Canada. And I think he's on a no-fly list and all kinds of... Gotten a lot of trouble with... put
all the new badges of honor.
A lot of spotlight with the government. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there is a Trump coin, and from my...
I've seen it.
Yeah, from my minor research, I would say it's a scam. It's just people using the name and saying that money would go towards...
It's not
Trump,
even a
right?
solid silver coin. It's like silver plated.
Oh, now hold on. Now there's something different though. I interviewed Bernard von Nothaus, and
Why do you have that public?
he created a Trump coin, and he makes it out of gold and silver. And I interviewed him. He was the. You have to watch that interview. That guy created. Jason's probably familiar with this story, but he created this thing called the Liberty Dollar back in the late 90s. That was an alternative currency to the US dollar.
There rings a bell. There was a lot of
And
people.
he ended up getting FBI raided on him. He ended up getting arrested. All this shit happened.
Isn't that what they
By
did
what?
with some of the first Bitcoins, the physical Bitcoins that had 10 Bitcoin attached to them? People were selling them as coins with 10, but way in the beginning. And there was a physical Bitcoins, and they had 10 Bitcoin on a physical Bitcoin, and people were getting in trouble for selling. Like I think they called them loaded Bitcoins for a while now. So
Cassius coins were the ones that came out originally that had where you could put like a QR scanner on the back, if that's what you're talking about.
yeah, I think there was a guy who was doing it as like a put the Bitcoin in your hand thing back like years and years ago. And he got raided or shut down by the SEC or something like that.
This guy was like to me like a precursor to Satoshi, and I feel like was an influence to that whole movement. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing a screen share with it. I did an interview with him like a month and a half ago. He's an older guy. So,
this was the guy,
and he came up with the he actually has a mint. So he produces this Trump coin, which I'll pull up if people, and this is the Trump dollar.us. This is just a commemorative coin, but it's made from real silver, real gold. I think he's got copper.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got a couple different options for people.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But he created the Royal Hawaiian Mint back in the late 90s, created the Liberty Dollar, which was like an alternative currency, but it wasn't competing against the US dollar. But he ultimately was being arrested for counterfeiting. And then he, with the verbiage that he was using with these, what you would consider to be a note, like a dollar,
right?
He called warehouse receipts.
Okay.
So that when the FBI raided, ultimately and it was like tons of gold and silver, like several tons. I don't remember the exact amount.
Oof.
But they had to return the gold back to the original owners because he wasn't using the terms dollars, but he had these actual debt notes or notes, so like a representation of like a dollar, that represented value, but it was a warehouse receipt that represented the commodity inside the warehouse.
Okay.
So that's kind of what.
Very interesting. So there's something similar that I got into in my coin collecting stuff years ago. This is a
he's
coin.
He's a badass too, man. He smokes. He's a herb smoker.
Oh yeah. He
created the first cannabis spiritual center in Hawaii.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's this interview here, infamous monetary architect. I did it 2 months ago. I wanted to make sure I got him before he passes away because he's old. And he's a badass, and he was really.
If you ever say that about me?
What, get you on my show before you get old?
Get you on the
Well, okay.
I need you to come on the show before you die.
When you start showing signs of dementia, and you're like,
well,
dementia,
kicking like mid 70s and late 70s and stuff, I mean, certain people.
Don't ask Westwood. He claims I'm in my late 60s every once in a while.
Oh geez. Oh my God. Here, look, Rice. These coins here.
Who's Chris? And who lives in my neighborhood?
No idea. I never heard of that guy before. So these are from the Lakota Nation, and these are copper coins.
Pull it up again.
Here's the back. So
I can tell you something is going on.
What it says. This is a $2 in the Lakota Nation, and these are actually produced within the Lakota Nation, and they stopped making them because they got in some sort of trouble with that too. So they just stopped making them, or they kept making them and selling them individually. But
Well, natives
supposedly
became
you could
U.S.
take these
citizens.
and use them on their land for purchase and barter, and it's the same thing as you know, a dollar bill.
Now the crazy thing is, dude, I want to tell you this: you're going to start seeing local community coins,
and they're beautiful too. Like, look at that; they're beautiful.
Which
No, that
Cliff
is.
talked about that, Rice. Remember in his
Community coins?
reports, community coins, local community coins, local community
Yeah.
denominations. That's in his reports. And also,
Well,
I'm in Oklahoma.
Vitalik Buterin came out with a paper that said some things about it, and there's also I talked about it on Crypto Rewind this past Friday, but I want to do a video when I get back from Miami. Wyoming passed a law that allows for DAOs to be legally recognized as long as they're registered with the state. So somebody bought 40 acres of land and is going to create a smart city as a business, as a DAO.
Right.
And
I don't know that you even have to have land there to have your DAO registered.
No, but they're going to create a little town.
Okay.
And actually be recognized because of, I mean, it's an interesting concept, especially when I think of it from the perspective of the law things that I've been researching. So it just opens up a lot of information in my head of things that we can do in the future. You know,
because that's what I was wondering with Ken and his tokens and coin and the NFT. I wondered if he had that connected with a DAO and if it was registered in Wyoming. Like, is that
I don't believe
a
so.
piece of it, or if he should do that, or if that should be a piece of it?
He could go that route. You could, I mean, technically do a DAO and then turn a token into a governance token or create a governance token for the DAO,
right.
so that there's voting that can be done.
Because then that really empowers your community, right?
Imagine if communities like that. It makes everybody work together for, you know, the right reasons and not for any other reason, which is really cool when you think about that, because we may get to that point. I mean, things may get crazy enough that people want to live in communities with like-minded folk.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that at West now. Those whole large communities that are where they build their own, what do they call them? Earth ships. The homes completely from renewable tires and bottles and stuff like that. And there's pretty big, thousands and thousands of them now popping all over the place.
Well, think about the communities that went through, you know, the illness that there just was a report about the Mennonites and their choices that they made and how they had a much different outcome than the rest of the world because of the choices that they made. And that was, you know, so I don't know. It's interesting to think about that. That was a very like-minded community that.
Yeah. Well, if a community sticks together, there's not really much that anyone's going to really be able to say. I mean, if you look at like Southeast Airlines, I think it was, when they started saying that they were going to require the mandate, and then you had a lot of pilots and employees go on strike, threaten to quit, and they ended up having to rescind that and say we're not going to require that.
Which I just saw another announcement today, though, about, but I think it's international only flights that they're forcing that on everybody.
I think I don't know what the U.S. is requiring. Every country has their own requirements. So
they just made an announcement today, like right before I went on there, that it's now being forced on flights for everyone.
Well, my friend, she's leaving tomorrow for Canada, and all they're required to do right now is a PCR.
I think it's incoming. I think it's incoming only. So when he comes back, he's going to have a nice surprise.
Going back to Canada or what?
If he's coming back here, you have to show proof of.
He's coming here, and apparently, because he's went through, and I know these things can change on the fly, but as of now, they just need a positive. Oh, I don't know if it's positive or negative. They just need a PCR test.
Nope, not as of today. There was an announcement today.
Oh boy,
it's crazy. I mean, that's why, like,
Unless there's a different date. Maybe there's like a go active date or something.
Right.
Maybe the announcement was today and there's like a go active. You know,
It
they
could
do
be,
that a
yeah, it
lot.
could be something that they're enforcing later. Who
That would
knows?
make sense.
And
I
it's-
went out to
I
eat
mean-
with the kids for breakfast a couple days ago, and I got an apology from the waitress that she was no longer allowed to give out straws. We're not allowed to have straws here in New
Because
Jersey.
it'll kill a turtle.
Yeah, because you're going to kill a turtle, apparently.
Is New Jersey on that trip now?
Oh, yeah. So if
Wait
you
till
want
wait till
one,
you
you
get
have to
cardboard
ask for it.
straws.
I'm sorry?
Wait till you get cardboard straws. Like we got these biodegradable freaking cardboard
I'd
straws
rather
that
have
people use.
This is really all about turtles? I mean, really? There's not much more important stuff going on right now.
I saved a turtle.
That's nice.
I bought this necklace. I bought 3 of them, and it says I saved a turtle. So I saved 3 little turtles.
Oh, breaking news. The CEO of AMC is bringing on Shiba as a payment method.
Wow, it's Chiba to the moon. Let's all get rich.
Shiba to the moon.
I got something perfect for that. It just is here. Boom. Just a little boom. A little dog power.
Thoughts on Floki? I know Lisa's opinion on that. What do you think or go ahead, Lisa.
No, you go ahead. You think you know my opinion.
Your opinion was that it might be a good thing and we should probably look into it.
That's SL's opinion. Yeah.
Right.
And Elon was tweeting about it this weekend. He was saying he showed pictures of Floki Viking. Floki is the name of his dog.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he showed pictures of Viking ships, which is the Floki Vikings, on the moon and on Mars.
Oh boy.
Well, my big
Then
thing
he was
is
talking about his junk today,
people
and
need to
I
be really
I
careful
didn't
with
understand that.
And
I'm glad
and
I
if
didn't
these
hear it.
meme coins
I agree.
if they don't have utility, then it's
But
really
Shiba does have a lot of utility.
well, there's not really any utility is being created,
There's
but they're trying to create more
Absolutely utility on Shiba. If you
What's the
don't know,
utility?
they have their own swap or exchange. They have their own blockchain. There's a strong community. Now they're being used as a payment
Well, I'm pretty sure it's
method
an
at
ERC20
AMC.
token, if I'm not mistaken, and it's just using like an ERC swap that pretty much can mimic the code from Uniswap. Anybody could take that code and create their own. I'm not saying I'm
Doesn't
saying
matter.
like
They have
real
their own.
use
They
case.
have their own
Having an
swap, and they have
exchange.
their own blockchain, and they have a strong community that is willing to burn and has burned tokens, and they're using it for payment methods. And
I don't know. I just focus on. I can't focus on the meme coins. If people want to
Then
invest in
don't.
meme coins, then they need to do their own research.
Everyone should do
thought-
their own research.
I
Absolutely.
thought this whole meme coin thing was a joke when Doge was under a penny or 2 cents or something like that. And then it turns out, in my opinion, Doge was the jokiest joke of meme coins.
It was. It's the ultimate shit coin.
But then it
free
got
market.
a use case by bringing other people into cryptos, and hopefully
Mhm.
from there, having them learn about cryptos and everything else. NJ is little California. That's right. But yeah, it was like I was shunned Doge when everyone else was all happy about it, because it's a joke. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm thinking about the other coins and you got to mine them and this and that. But a use case can be born overnight with some of these meme.
I mean, they can do something with
Just
Shiba.
bringing
Shiba's
other
got the
people in.
marketing. They got the marketing. They got the momentum. But we don't need to keep having Floki Mars. There's like a Floki everything. There's a Beast Inu. There's
Yeah.
I mean,
It
we don't
doesn't
need,
end.
we
Yeah.
don't need to have this plethora of BS. If people want to find legitimacy in Shiba Inu, then that's cool. But you don't need to keep having all these clones, because Shiba kind of started off in a sense as a meme of Doge. So, but because it's gained so much traction, they're doing something with it, which makes sense, because otherwise it would just be more of a pump and dump.
And it may go away at some point too. I mean, everybody needs to like do their own research. For me, when I told public about it and I told other friends, I was like, yeah, do your own research, look into it, maybe treat it like a lottery ticket. Then they actually started building with it. And I mean, there's restaurants in Paris that are taking Shiba. That was, gosh,
cool.
over a month
I mean-
ago. I mean, so everybody has to make their own
You know, I mean, I
decisions.
can
That's
only
what this is
imagine
about,
going
is
to
personal
France.
responsibility.
If I was going to France and buying, let's say, equivalent to $10 worth of US dollars to buy a burger in France paying with Shiba, I think it would be like 800,000 Shiba. You know,
I think it's the puka shell argument where I get a little excited about it, because to me, it's like, it's the ultimate FU to
yeah,
the
but
Fed.
then when does it stop? When you keep
Well,
having
when
like
the people say we've had enough, when the people decide, and that's where I don't care when it stops. The people decide, the markets decide. It never stops, because the people have the power to choose, and the people have the power to say,
I
no,
agree.
you're not going to put me in a box. You're not going to say I have to be a Bitcoin maximalist. You're not going to say I have to choose this system or that system, because I always have the power to choose.
I agree. And I mean, for me personally, I would look at things like meme coins as short-term investment, short-term trades.
Sure.
I wouldn't be investing in a meme coin that has either no market cap or a market cap of a number that I've never even seen before written down.
Sure.
As far as the number. So I mean, even Shiba in that aspect with it be
Right. It has a huge, that's another thing.
Yeah.
It has a huge market cap, thus, huge community. I mean, there's all those things that people need to do their own research. They need to really think about it.
But there are good coins that people can invest in for longer strategies. So that's where somebody can look at this with multiple strategies with how you're looking at things. You could do long-term investments with things that you feel safe with, and things that you want to win Moon, win Lambo. When you want this kind, you're going to have to take some risks, and with that, it's going to mean that you may lose in some of those situations. And if you make 10 bets and 3 of them pay off, it could be really good for you. But if you're just doing it based off of hype, by the time you hear about it, which is like Shiba right now, now that the price is starting to retrace down a little bit, it may start being a better time to invest if you're looking at finding an entry point, but you don't buy in on the highs. And I've even, I love Pimpy, but Pimpy's sitting there telling people to continue buying Shiba on an all-time high. And you should never give anybody financial advice or even
at all-time high. Well,
Yeah,
we
you should
were telling
never
people
advise
on
somebody
my
to buy it at the
on
top.
my Patreon, we were telling people to get into Shiba last April and May. So I mean, that's where that's
where there could
totally
have been real
different.
money being
You
made.
told us before that too. You told us at the last
Bitcoin?
Westwood that I was at, which wasn't that one. It was
Well, that was
the one last year. And,
that was
and you were like,
fame.
buy $200 of it and just forget about it.
Yeah.
I think it went up like
why did the
3,000
shells go
times.
near zero? They had no use case. Right. Well, we
that
create
was-
use case, and really, when it comes down to it, if everybody wants to get really philosophical about it, nothing has value. All value is perceived. Gold, silver, all of it. It's stuff that we assign value to. It doesn't have use case, and can we do things with it? Yes, but value itself is something that we made up. It's just a construct of our imagination on something that we all agree on.
So we talked about this on the show today. I got really excited. Like I said, I went to that Bitcoin day, and one of the talks was this guy who is has these rigs, and they're mining Bitcoin off of flares. And he talked about how the kilowatt has not been properly valued in ever, probably, but that I won't go into it because I know we're running over time. I need to go too, but it was really cool where the oil and gas producers now have, instead of there being this monopoly on for the production guys to be able to go to the natural gas guys and them go, well, we're only going to pay you this much for your natural gas. The guys go, no, thanks. I'll mine Bitcoin with it instead. And actually, the dollar is only a store of our labor. That's what the dollar is. And really the dollar is, so that's energy. And so when we understand that, really, when we stop measuring Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in dollars and we start measuring it in energy, and we revalue everything in the proper way it should be valued, which is energy, then all of this first volatility will go away and Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, will be measured correctly. And he even talked about, at some point, these guys might even start taking not only their natural gas, they're going to stop taking that to market because they're sick of being manipulated by the monopolies. They might even stop taking their oil to market. They may go, you know what? I'm going to stop going to that monopoly where they tell me how much my oil is worth every day. If it's more profitable to use my oil to mine Bitcoin, then energy equals Bitcoin or whatever it's mining. And because really energy is, and our labor is energy,
Right. It's our way of trying to measure
right.
our worth.
Right.
And even before the dollar, though, I mean, that was kind of one of the reasons.
The gold, the silver.
Yeah. I mean, we've always kind of figured out reasons, either a combination of valuing your time and your labor and also a medium of exchange, so that you could buy things that you needed. Let's say you earn more than you're paying out. So, I mean, somebody would owe you money. So, I mean, there was, we could get back to a bartering type system, but since you brought this up, I don't know if you've seen it. I'm pretty sure that TPA has, but there's Mike Maloney. He's got a channel called Gold Silver, and there's a playlist, The Hidden Secrets of Money, with 10 episodes. That's been a series he's been doing over the past few years, and it's some of the best information that you can find on this subject. It talks about the difference between money and currency. When
oh, cool.
Where
he's really good too,
because there is a difference between money and currency, and people don't realize that one is a store of wealth and one is not. And then it goes through a couple different things in regards to gold, silver, the Federal Reserve, how money is created, all that stuff, the history of this, like where it goes back to, because a lot of times with the notes, the debt notes or the representations, it goes back to things like the old gold. I'm not sure what you would call them. They weren't banks, but they were vaults that would store gold for people. And then they would start creating
at the post office.
I don't know. Well,
back
not
when
necessarily
the post office.
I mean, this is like this is back in like the European times. Like the Rothschilds would have been a part of before the banking system really was created that we understand. So they had all these gold, and then they would create these pieces of paper to represent the gold. And they realized not as many customers would come for the gold as the pieces of paper, so they could actually make more pieces of paper than they had for gold.
Okay.
Forgery, you could say it. You were just going to say that. Yeah, they're going to forge more paper to make.
Well,
that's
how it's always been. Yeah. I mean, that's why when you're dealing with something like silver, you can't have that manipulation like we're talking about with a piece of paper that's not really fully what it is. That's why, someone like Lynette Zhang, she's like, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. So you can have.
I love your interviews with her. Yeah.
You can have a bunch of gold and silver and store it in your local mint or local security place. But then when something happens, you don't have possession of it. So is it really yours?
So vaulting services, no. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Not your keys, not your coins, not your coins, not your coins.
Right.
It's all the same thing.
Word. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on and joining. Lisa, I'm going to share your channel. And do you have anything that you want to say with people? And if I want to let people know if they're not already subscribed to your channel, to go and check it out and make sure they subscribe.
Yeah, I just appreciate the work that you're doing, and I love the community that we all have together. And please come to the happy hour meetups. I'd love to get to know more people in this space, and that we're all hanging in there together, and don't give up hope, and listen to Rice's advice. Very wise man. And TPA, I'll see you Wednesday.
Gotcha.
Bye, guys.
Awesome.
Love you.
Thank you. Good seeing you, Lisa.
That's awesome.
Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm going to definitely figure out. looks like I'm probably going to be coming down to Florida. That'll be my third trip. I got to go Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I'm going again on the 29th, 28th or 29th of November until December 2nd for another conference.
What's that one for? A conference?
It's a crypto NFT DeFi conference that I'm supposed to be speaking at.
That's really cool.
On a panel or something. So just something to add to the resume.
Yeah.
I was supposed to speak at NFT NYC. I just took I canceled, withdrew my speaking position on principle.
Yeah.
And then I have all these other people that are up there, not going to mention people's names, that weren't vacationed.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them were buying fake proof of vacation on the street.
Yeah, that's really popular
so that they could get inside of places that were enforcing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a thing around here.
Yeah, well, I just figured, it was I didn't want to be in that environment, man. I thought there would be a lot more people that would have been in my position, than not. But
a lot of people are still willing to, drink the Kool-Aid to get ahead in life. It's sad, it is what it is,
It's sad.
It is what it is, and like Bro said earlier about these bigger conferences, Bitcoin conferences, using NFTs to get in and using tokens to get in and coins to get in, as opposed to printing out tickets and using secondary agencies to sell all that stuff. I mean, you're absolutely right.
It's going to start changing.
We as a community, we got to start, living by our word a little better here.
I would say that if NFTs would have been a little bit more popular before this, they would have been using it for conferences, because it's already been talked about. There's been some events that have done it. There's a protocol that's POAP, and it's like a proof of attendance and proof of performance or something like that. So that way, if you're at an event, because like the bad crypto guys would do this, if you're at an event, they would give you like an NFT because you were at the event. Or if you listen to a podcast and you reached out to them in a certain time period, did this certain thing, you would get an NFT. So the ideas have been there. I don't really think the technology and then the hype going on around it. It wasn't until now you got the NFT craze to the point that most everybody has a clue. I shouldn't say most everybody, because I've seen some interviews where some of the guys from Bitboy Crypto were going around in New York City asking if people knew what an NFT was, and the best answer was like, it's a 3-letter acronym. So a lot of people had no clue what it was. It was pretty funny.
I still get surprised these days when I mention Bitcoin or something to somebody and they just look at you like they haven't even heard of it. It's like
Beatcorn.
Yeah.
What is Beatcorn?
I think I heard of that. That's the most popular response I get. I think I heard of that. And okay.
Oh yeah, people say that they'll act like they know something. You can go up, and I've seen like some of these late night talk shows where they'll go up and just ask people the craziest thing, like do you keep up with social events? You're like, yeah, I keep up there. Did you hear what happened to so and so? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, what do you think? And they're like, I really think that was an awful, tragic event that took place. And there was nothing that actually took place, but because of the way it was being presented, they have a microphone in front of their face with a camera. They want to try to be impressive. Everybody seems to know something,
right?
But just tries to play it off.
Mark Dice is great for that. You ever watch some Mark Dice videos when he goes up and he asks the people if he wants 100 ounce? He was literally giving away either 100 ounce bar of silver or a candy bar. And everyone he went to said, what do you want? 100 ounce bar of silver or a candy bar? Everyone took the freaking candy bar.
I've seen videos like that, but not with as big of an ounce as you're saying. I've just seen 1 ounce.
No, it was he's done it with gold coins too. Offer people, do you want this for literally trying to sell it outside a jewelry store for $50? You give me $50 for this? You give me? People are like, no way. Gold. I don't know. What's that worth? Or the gold isn't dollar backed anymore. That was like the smartest answer.
The gold is not dollar backed. That's great.
Yeah. It's like, whoa. All right.
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. It's a curse and a benefit to be, in some new markets ahead of time. It's like trying to tell people how awesome email and the internet would be when it was just dial up to message boards and stuff. You know, a lot of, even those who get it don't really get it. You know, a lot of people.
That's sad.
It is.
All right, bro. Well, I got to wrap it up. I've got to do some stuff tonight
All right, man.
and get ready for my trip on Wednesday. And I've got a pretty hectic day tomorrow. So
Very cool.
I appreciate you joining, man. You guys,
No
you
problem,
and
man.
Lisa are going to be doing a show Wednesday at 5 together?
Yeah, Wednesday at 5. Yeah, Woo Woo Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Give us a shout out. Give us a try.
Yeah.
It's a feel, you know. It's fun.
Fun
stuff. It's all about woo woo stuff, conspiracy stuff, taking the weirdest angle on something and running with it and seeing what happens.
Love it. Love it,
Awesome.
man. Well, thanks for joining, man. I'll hit you up when I get back from Miami sometime next week.
Absolutely, bro. Have a safe trip, man.
Much love.
All right, man. See ya.
Later on.
Ciao.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I was hoping that some viewers, subscribers would want to join in today's conversation, but we'll do this again. And hopefully next time I do it, you'll want to join. The link was down below. EJ, thanks for tuning in. Nothing wrong with being late. Just appreciate you joining. Thank you. Dime Bar, thank you. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Andy Lee, thank you. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to both Rice TVX and Rice TVX2. Again, watch the video about the pink thumbnail video about Miami. If you're in Florida or Miami or want to attend the Miami crypto experience going on the 10th through 12th, I do have a few tickets, so hit me up. You can comment. I was talking about me looking for a few different people to help out in a variety of positions. If you feel like you can help out, reach out to me. It'd be greatly appreciated. I do appreciate everybody for tuning in as always. And I'm going to go ahead and throw up my thumbnail and wrap this thing up. I've got laundry packing to do. Again, I have an interview scheduled with Chris Sky tomorrow, and that should be available on Patreon for early access right away. I did an interview earlier today with Ammon Bundy, interview number 3. He's running for governor of Idaho. That's currently available on my Patreon channel, and it'll be released publicly in a few days on my YouTube channel. And I'll be recording some content while I'm out in Miami as well. I may go live possibly, but I'm going to have content going on while I'm gone with the Chris Sky interview, Ammon Bundy, and maybe another video or two. So I do appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, I do encourage you to always be the change by practicing change.